Okay, so I'm here at Hunter Maker Festival with Dave Leask from Hunter TAFE. Dave and I have been collaborating for a little bit now on things like Hunter EV Festival, but I'm just so happy to see you guys here as part of the Maker Festival.
Absolutely stoked to be here.
Hey, so what have you got on display here today?
Well, what we've got on display here today is a suite of robotic equipment, industrial robotic equipment. In essence, it's pneumatically operated, but there's intelligent electronic control systems that are telling the pneumatics what to do. And behind me here, we've got some complex electronic circuits, automotive engine management systems, and defence control systems, and in fact, the likes of which you'd see in submarine technology.
Well, it's fascinating, isn't it, when you think about how we bridge this world of the maker and high-end science. Obviously, a Maker Festival is about the real hands-on making, but it's a real celebration of some of the integration points as well. I'm just thinking about what it's like for the automotive trades. I'd started out as an apprentice mechanic and thinking about how much of it's software driven now and what a convergence of technologies we've seen.
Absolutely. The really interesting thing that we're going through right now is that employers are putting technical tradespeople on at a rate of knots, and training those people up means that they're put on as apprentices, trainees and cadet engineers. And the thrust is maintenance of this high-end equipment that's been produced. So the design engineers pull together fantastic high-end designs, they're prototype, put into mass production, but when these equipment, expensive equipment's out of its warranty period, there needs to be technical maintenance people that come on board to repair the equipment when it fails. You don't throw away a piece of equipment that's worth $100,000, you fix it.
It's interesting, we were talking earlier today about the experiences of one of the European countries where they're actually trying to incentivise those repair skills so that we move away from that planned obsolescence and tossing something away.
Oh, look, at the consumer level, it was identified years ago with environmental groups that the amount of lead that's being detected in the water table is attributed to the amount of electronic equipment that's been put into landfill. And, you know, we're so consumerist right now with entertainment gear that it's a given that when something fails, you just put it in the bin. And unfortunately, that mentality a few years ago crept into everything to do with electronic control. So companies were throwing away enormous amounts of equipment based on the notion that this stuff can't be repaired. But that's changed dramatically. There's companies now that are really putting in a big effort to maintain their equipment, and they're finding out the financial benefits of keeping stuff in service, but more to the point, they've discovered that it's actually really good for the environment as well. And the bottom line, the amount of money that they're saving on getting stuff maintained rather than replacing it every time it fails is putting them in a position where they're able to increase their profit margins.
Oh, look, there's wins on every front, isn't there?
There is.
As an educator, it must be a real challenge for you trying to stay up and up to date with just all of the changes in tech, knowing that curriculum development typically follows in a bit of a lag model.
You're absolutely right. You know, when you take a week off, you come back and you feel like you've got 10 years worth of technology to catch up on. But the beautiful thing is, at an event like the Hunter Region Makers Festival, is that we don't really have industry partners, we have industry family. So the people that are here, we know them very, very well. We live in their pockets, we know what the technological innovations are happening in our region, and we're able to contextualise our delivery pattern on current curricula according to industry needs as they change in real time. We're in a blessed position to be able to mix it with our industry family so closely.
It's a really interesting position, isn't it, when you're working so closely with industry that you can see the next waves of innovation adoption coming through. I like how you characterise it as an industry family locally, because that's the advantage of a smaller ecosystem, is that we do have a chance to know each other personally.
Yes.
On a side note, how cool is it seeing that we've got a few of the school's electric bikes here as well?
Absolutely love it. Yeah, I love it. I'm really stoked to see that the schools are adopting technologies that bleeds through from industry, and the big winners here are the kids. And we see at Hunter TAFE, we see the product of the school system. The majority of our students that are in graduate programs right now, cadetships, apprenticeships and cadet engineering programs come from local schools, and we're seeing a wave of people that are really focused on staying current with their technological innovations in practice.
Awesome. Hey Dave, have a great Maker Festival.
Thank you very much. Same to you too. Yeah.